Hey folks, Daily Landsblog for the 25th of February 2020. By the way, if you ever want to communicate with me or with SickNotWeak, if you want to communicate with me, just DM me. I'm at Hey Landsberg on Twitter, and I find that more and more I'm getting people to ask questions and respond or make comments, and it's a good way to do it. And I have somebody that I've been communicating with back and forth, and he said something quite interesting to me. He said that he was struggling in his relationship. I'm trying to sort of be as general as possible, not that you would know who I'm talking about. Struggling in his marriage and struggling in his life because of his struggle, his battle with mental illness. And he said something today after sort of reflecting last week on what a bad situation he was in. And he said today, I had a breakthrough yesterday, and it was the realization on my part that I am using my depression as an excuse to be a bad person, to act and treat people in a way that I shouldn't be treating them, that I explain away my struggles, my behavior by saying hey, I have this mental illness. And he went around and he apologized to people in his life and said, you got to hold me to a higher standard. And I was thinking about that a lot because there's times when I think it's just the opposite, that it's totally reasonable if you feel misery, if you feel pain, to lash out at other people. We accept it with physical pain, right? Someone's going through this terrible physical pain time in their lives and they lash out. It stands to reason that someone would accept that. So I think there's a fine line between saying, I'm using this as an excuse. By the way, Riggs is trying to... Did he get something?
To be fair, he got the blanket that has his face printed.
It does. You know what? We should grab that and we should take a look at it. So I guess what I'm saying is, do you ever find that you behave in a certain way when you're struggling and that you look at your behavior and think to yourself, you know what? I shouldn't have done that regardless of how I feel. I'm using it as an excuse. And I think even people who say they're using it as an excuse maybe are not, because I understand the link between behavior and pain. And I think it's perfectly reasonable that we act in a way that we wouldn't act if we weren't sick. So I guess my question for the day for you is, have you ever lashed out? Have you ever acted in a certain way where you go, okay, that's because of my mental illness. And then upon further review, you go, you know what? It's not because of my mental illness. It's just because of me. Karen, can I have that?
Other way. Look how cute he is.
How cute is that? SickNotWeak.com, 24 hours a day, 364, 365.
You just ask it. I knew that was coming.
Like you say, it's his face on there. We're here. How cute is he?
Hi, Riggs.
Hi, Riggs.
We done?
We're done.